Good day, this is Erwin Pepino. I'm going to discuss the case of AREZA versus Express Savings Bank Incorporated, GR number 176697, September 10, 2014. Facts of the case. Petitioner Cesar V. AREZA and Lolita B. AREZA maintained bank deposits with respondent Express Savings Bank. They were engaged in the business of buy and sell of brand new and second-hand motor vehicles. On May 2, 2000, they received an order for the purchase of 2 cars. The buyer, Mambuay, paid petitioners with 9 Philippine Veterans Affairs Office checks for a total of 1,800,000 pesos. About this occasion, petitioners claim that Michael Potenciano, the branch manager of Respondent Express Savings Bank, offered the services of the bank for the processing and eventual crediting of the said checks to petitioners' account. On May 3, 2000, petitioners deposited the said checks in their savings account with Express Savings Bank, and the bank in turn deposited the checks with its depository bank, Equitable PCI Bank. However, in July 2000, the subject checks were returned by Philippine Veterans Association office to the drawing, on the ground that the amount of the face of the checks were altered from the original amount. On March 9, 2001, petitioners issued a check in the amount of 500,000 pesos. Said check was dishonored by the Express Savings Bank for the reason that the bank placed their account on hold. Petitioners, through their counsel, demanded Express Savings Bank to honor their check. The bank refused to hear their request and instead withdrew the amount of 1,800,000 pesos representing the returned checks from the petitioner's savings account. Acting on the alleged arbitrary and groundless dishonoring of their checks and the unlawful and unilateral withdrawal from their savings account, petitioners filed a complaint for sum of money with damages against the bank and its manager. Issue: whether or not Express Savings Bank had the right to debit the amount of 1,800,000 from the appellant's account. Ruling: the bank cannot set off the amount it paid to Equitable PCI Bank with petitioner's savings account. Under Article 1278 of the New Civil Code, compensation shall take place when 2 persons in their own right are creditors and debtors of each other. It is well settled that the relationship of the depositors and the bank or similar institution is that of creditor-debtor. Article 1980 of the New Civil Code provides that fixed savings and current deposits of money in banks and similar institutions shall be governed by the provisions concerning simple loans. The bank is the debtor and the depositor is the creditor. The depositor lends the bank money and the bank agrees to pay the depositor on demand. The savings deposit agreement between the bank and the depositor is the contract that determines the right and obligations of the parties. Hence, petitioners are not liable for the deposit of the altered checks. The bank, as the depository and collecting bank, ultimately bears the loss. Thus, there being no indebtedness to the bank on the part of the petitioners, legal compensation cannot take place. Thank you for listening.